Hello. Welcome on back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. I'm really excited for today's tutorial because not only do I have my good friend Gabby in to be our model, but also because if y'all follow me on Instagram, you know about like a week or two ago, I was doing this unboxing on my stories, and one of the products I had shown you guys was this cleansing balm, and many of you asked if I would demonstrate in a tutorial how I would use that to prep the skin to create a really glowy, dewy base before applying on the makeup. So I partnered up with Elemis to show you just that today, and then I go on to create this really beautiful look on Miss Gabby. So if you all want to learn how I created this look right here, then keep on watching. So to begin, I'm taking the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, and as you see here, I'm applying a small amount to the back of my hand before applying it onto our model's skin. I'm first applying it to the general areas of the face, such as the forehead, cheeks, and chin, before I begin to really massage this product into the skin. What I was saying a couple of weeks ago on my Instagram stories is that I love a cleansing balm. It's a staple not only in my makeup kit, but also in my personal skincare routine. And I didn't even start using a cleansing balm until maybe a year or so ago. It's been such a game changer for me and my clients. I haven't shown this step before on my channel. Usually you see me begin with applying a moisturizer, and when I get asked how the model's skin is looking so glowy and healthy before I even start the tutorial, its chances are I used a cleansing balm to prep the skin before I started filming. I love this one from Elemis because it's a cleansing balm that when applied to dry skin, it breaks down, dissolves, and really wipes away long wear makeup and pollution and oils that have built up throughout the day. But it doesn't strip the skin. Do you know what I mean? A lot of times in the past when I would just use a standard face wash, it would leave my face, my skin feeling so dry. And then the foundation would look weird and powders would look cakey. It would just be a mess. But with this cleansing balm, it retains that moisture in the skin, and it's so easy to use. That's really important to me because when I'm prepping a client's skin, I can't can't be dunking their face in a sink and making a mess and all that. So I'll apply this balm, really work it into the skin as you see here, and maybe every so often apply a dab of water to my fingertips because that's what will activate this balm to be a cleansing milk. And then you'll see me wipe it off here in just a second with a warm washcloth. It's really like 3 cleansers in one. It softens the skin as a balm, it breaks down the makeup as an oil, and then hydrates to finish as a cleansing milk. As for the smell, because I know some of you are going to ask, it smells so good. I know when I was looking at their website, they have not only this one I'm using, which is their classic scent, but they have a rose scented one and also one that is scent free for those of you who are possibly sensitive to fragrances. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of fragrances in my skincare, but this one smells so luxurious and spa-like, which is probably because of the unique blend of oils they use to create this, such as the lavender and chamomile, and I know they used eucalyptus. The smell really is divine. Anyways, as you see here, I'm wiping off the cleanser with this washcloth that it came with, and this will be the last step in cleansing the skin. Next, I'm using the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream with the SPF 30 to further moisturize the skin. Honestly, I just recently started using this moisturizer. I've been looking for something that has SPF in it, and after I fell in love with their cleansing balm, I went to their website and placed an order for a few different things that caught my eye. I'll link down below their website. It's elemis.com. They offer free shipping. They threw in some complimentary samples into my package, and I'll even include down below the promo code to use to get 20% off the full size purchases. I really want to start including more skincare into my videos this year. If that's something you all would want to see, let me know down below in the comments. It's definitely something I have a passion for, and I want to start experimenting with a little more often. Next, I'm using the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced in the shade Natural Beige and applying this on using a beauty blender. So with today's look, you'll notice a theme here. I'm really wanting to keep this look more on the natural side, or at least my type of natural. We'll still go in with concealer and contour and all, but the amount of product I use will be very minimal. Gabby has incredible skin, and we just spent that time prepping it to look its very best, so I don't want to hide it under a thick application of products. I used, I think, 2 pumps of this foundation on the back of my hand, which will be more than enough to achieve the coverage I'm looking for today, which is light to medium coverage. And any areas of the face I want a little more coverage, I'll next be using concealer for. Once we have that foundation blended into the skin, I'm heading over to the Kosas Revealer Concealer in the shade 2.5C. Instead of applying this directly to the under eyes with the wand or with a concealer brush, I first applied it to the back of my hand, pressed my beauty blender into it, and then applied it to the under eye area. And what this does for me is it prevents me from having to add too much product. As I said, we're keeping the look really fresh and wearable today. Even the shade I chose resembles that. You usually see me use a concealer shade that is 2 to 3 shades lighter to get that really bright under eye, but that's not our journey today. I know there's got to be some of you watching who just don't care for that look and style of makeup, so I'm trying to switch it up a little bit today for you guys, just to give you all some versatility. Now that we have that concealer blended out and everything is looking seamless, I'm using the Makeup Forever HD setting powder to set that under eye area. I'm applying the smallest amount of this with a clean eyeshadow brush, and I'm not bringing it down too low towards the cheeks because I'm still going to use a cream blush here in just a minute. Once I'm done setting this area with the powder, I'm using this Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Mocha to bronze up her skin a bit. I applied the smallest amount of this to the back of my hand and then took this blush brush to apply this on. Technically, I'm not contouring so much today. I'm really just bronzing up the skin and giving it color to the areas where the sun would most naturally hit, including the perimeter of the forehead, the cheekbones, and nose. I'm applying this on with the blush brush, but I'm diffusing and blending it out with the Beauty Blender. And specifically, I'm using the rounder side of the Beauty Blender that I had used to apply the foundation earlier. So the foundation that's left in the sponge is mixing with this concealer, giving us a really beautiful and diffused appearance. We don't want anything looking harsh in this look today. Alrighty, so we're just about done with this blend. Most of the time in today's look is spent on the skin because that's what I want to be the center of attention here. And then the eye makeup and lips will be quick and easy. So for the blush, I'm using this Kosas Color and Light Cream Blush in the shade 8th Muse and stippling this onto the high points of her cheekbones and brow bone with another blush brush. This is why I didn't bring the powder down too low when I was setting the under eyes earlier. Creams are really tricky to use on a matte surface, a powder surface. So a little rule of thumb I use is to apply liquids and creams first and then powders on top. Otherwise, the blend of the creams can look a little chalky. Also, I use the sponge to go over the blush once more after I've applied it. This just assures a flawless blend and it really unifies the blush with the foundation and concealer we used earlier. Now, as I promised, I've head back to the same Makeup Forever powder we used underneath the eyes to use on the rest of the face, and I'm using a powder puff to apply it. The amount of powder I'm using is such a small amount, and I'm focusing it more on the T-zone area and along the jawline, but I want to keep that radiance and that glow we see near the cheekbones. I mean, come on, look at that. You don't usually hear me toot my own horn, but listen, her skin looks incredible. And a lot of that is due to how we prepped her skin. Using that cleansing balm along with the moisturizer built the perfect foundation to apply products onto, allowing the products to almost look like a second skin. If I were to see her out and about, I wouldn't think, wow, your makeup looks beautiful. What foundation are you wearing? I would think, holy cow, your skin looks incredible. What skincare are you using? You know what I mean? And that's my goal for the direction I took with today's complexion. Anyways, as you saw there while I was as I was rambling on and on, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown to fill in and shape her brows a bit. Next, with a yellow eyeshadow called Brick Road in this Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette, I'm placing this right in the inner corner area and softly diffusing it outwards. And then to spice it on up a little bit, I'm going to use this gold shade in the Makeup by Mario Master Metals palette and placing this right on top of that yellow eyeshadow before also diffusing it outwards towards the center of the lid. I've really been wanting to play with color lately and incorporate it in a way where everything still looks soft and effortless. Plus, today's weather in LA is kind of gloomy and rainy, so this pop of yellow is the sunshine we needed. Now with this Voluminous mascara from L'Oreal, I'm placing this only on the outer corner of the lashes. I wanted the eyeshadow to have its own moment today and not be overpowered by the lashes, so that's why I opted not to add false lashes today and just use this brown mascara and keep the placement towards the outer half of the eyes. Once I'm done applying the mascara, I'm going to add a little extra glow to the skin using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out Highlighter, and I'm applying this on using a fluffy eyeshadow brush to the cheekbones, brow bone, down the center of the nose, and Cupid's bow. This is a brand new highlighter they just released, and I was pretty excited to use this because I love a good highlighter. And at first, looking at the product in the pan, in the packaging, it looks like it would be this silvery white highlighter, but it actually has this really beautiful golden hue to it. So I'm looking forward to also trying this out on a deeper skin tone as well. For the lips, I'm using the Master Matte's Pro Lip Palette from Makeup by Mario. This lip palette is great because you're able to mix the colors together to create pretty much any lipstick shade under the sun. But I'm keeping it pretty easy today by just using the lipstick shade number 6 to line the lips, and then I'll use the hot pink shade in the palette, which is shade number 11, to place directly in the middle. You can build these up also to be pretty opaque, but I really just wanted a sheer wash of color on the lips today. With this yellow eyeshadow, you can really have fun with this and play it up by pairing it with a bold red lip, or even a dark plum would look incredible. Now to add some shine to the lips, I'm using the Crystal Gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills and placing this directly on top. And I'm not going too heavy-handed with gloss today, just enough to add some natural shine. As time goes on and this lip color becomes more worn in, the better it gets. You'll see here in a second in the outro shots, the lip color looks really natural and almost looks like a lip stain. And lastly, I'm using the Huda Beauty Glow Cocoa Hydrating Mist to set the face and to lock the makeup into place, which officially makes this the final step in creating this glow from within look on my beautiful friend, Gabby. There we have it, kids. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, be sure to give this video a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also check out more of my work on my Instagram at Painted by Spencer. And until next time, I'll see you soon.